Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to the vlog. Today I am going to be just answering some questions, taking you through a day in the life, maybe a workout, we will see. I know it's been a hot minute since I've been on here and I've only made 2 videos so far. So the YouTube train is onto a rough start, but I'm back and I'm really excited to be back. With that being said, I just finished my 35 minutes of fasted cardio this morning. I am going to lay down on my yoga mat here, use my yoga wheel, stretch and open up my back, my chest, my shoulders for a bit, do some vacuums. I train abs a couple times a week and then I practice my vacuums daily. So after that, I will show my breakfast, get into my day, answer a couple questions. But as far as what I'm looking like right now, sitting at about 9 weeks out today from the Chicago Pro. I will show you guys that in a second. We can kind of just see how I'm looking. I'm not going to do a full physique update, but I have my waist trainer on that I wore for cardio. I really enjoy wearing it, not during my training, but during my cardio sessions and mostly during my work hours when I'm sitting and I'm just looking to keep a tight posture. If anything, during my cardio, I wear just a neoprene waist strap, but I ran out of my Vasoburn that I use, the topical gel that I use with my neoprene wrap. So I just ordered some more and I'm just wearing my waist trainer while I wait for that to come. Then I'll get back into my neoprene waist strap. I just find that it helps me sweat. I don't sweat a whole lot with this on, but I do enjoy wearing it. It does help me feel tighter and just keeps my posture good. So yeah, I'm gonna practice my vacuum, show you what I'm looking like, and get into this vlog. All right, so here is how we were looking at 9 weeks out post cardio this morning. This is the best my midsection has looked this far out in a prep. I'm very, very happy, very pleased, but by no means am I satisfied. I don't have any food in me. I just finished, like I said, I just finished my cardio and stuff. So I did though hit a new low this morning of 136.6. I'm about 5'5" for reference. I'm just really excited, really pumped to bring a new and improved package to the Pro League, my pro debut in July. I have made some recent changes in my personal life, business life. A lot's been going on and it's been, nerve-wracking and exciting at the same time. But I'm very, very grateful to have this as my glue, have my team, my athletes as my glue, giving me a lot of fulfillment, driving me with a lot of purpose. And I'm just blessed and grateful to be doing what I love on a daily basis with the people that love and care about me and the people that I love and care about, whether it's chasing my own personal goals, business goals, competition and bodybuilding goals, or it's helping others achieve them. It's just extremely fulfilling and something that I absolutely love to do. So I am just floored by that alone. And it's really, really motivating to see my own progress and then help others transform mentally, physically, in every aspect, just level up and, do their thing and be happy and enjoy the process along the way. Yeah, I really am happy with how things are going right now. Did make a few recent changes to my macros, my calories, and that's something else. I do have a macro split right now. I've just made a meal plan out of it, but you guys will see some of that today. And another new and exciting thing, I got a Peloton and I absolutely love it. So this has turned into a trophy room, a storage closet, exercise room, selfie room, and I also will stretch, foam roll, use my yoga wheel in here, do my vacuums. But yeah, this is my little nook. This is where I hang out. This is where I get my ish done. But yeah, I don't want to do a full physique update just yet. That can wait. But right now, I always look better. I know people say that they look and feel the best when they're fasted. But when I'm fasted, I feel like I'm tight, but I just feel kind of flat. I feel like I look better when I've got food and water in me. And I get moving, especially I think during the gym when I'm training is when I'm looking best, because blood's flowing, nutrients are moving, I am alive, I come to life. So yeah, this is the current situation. Like I said, best my midsection has looked this far out from a show, but yeah, not satisfied. We'll keep trucking along, keep, doing what we got to do to look our best come show day. And I'm just excited to embrace the new changes and move on to this next chapter in my life. It's just very exciting, and I cannot wait to bring you guys along and show you guys, what goes on throughout my journey and be real with you. And, my privacy is my privacy, but at the same time, I think it's important that, I don't hide from my truth. I want to own my truth. I want to own my story. I want to own who I am and where I'm at. So the goal is to do exactly just that. So now I am going to get into my vacuums. I'm going to do about 10 sets of 10-second holds laying down on the ground. Now you can do your vacuums laying down on the ground. You can do them laying over a countertop or a chair or something like that. That way you're against gravity and you're having to pull away from gravity. So it's a little bit more difficult that way. You can do them sitting, standing, however you wish, but I'm just going to lay down, get on my yoga wheel and get along with my breakfast because your girl's hungry. So yeah, with that said, let's get to it. See something cool? It's a delt. I just noticed as I was getting up to turn the camera off. But that's cool. I'm training delts today. Delts and triceps, a little bit of upper chest, just to bring the fullness and roundness to the delts. So glad to see they're showing up today. I hope they're ready for what I'm about to put them through later this afternoon. But here is the yoga wheel. I love it. Definitely a new stimulus for me. I'm excited to see what kind of improvements I can make in my posture and my posing. I get a lot of tightness up here. I know you can't really see my face, but I'm not going to bend over like this the whole time. I get a lot of tightness in my chest and my shoulders, so it feels really good to just sit back on this thing. I will cross my legs in front of me, put my thumbs on here, and just kind of lift my hips up and stretch my back. And it feels very good. My legs out in front of me. And do the same thing, just lift my hips up. Keep my thumbs on there. Do some other stretches as well. My glutes are really tight. I trained glutes yesterday, glutes and hams, and just this alone I can feel the pull and the tightness in my glutes. Let's see if I can grab my knee. Ooh, I feel like a pretzel. A stale, hard, crunchy pretzel. Not a soft, baked one. If that makes any sense. And this is another good one for your lower back and erectors. Sometimes when we're posing, if we're only practicing on one side, something that I've noticed is, my right side is shortened because, I have more pressure on that hip. My erector on my right is a little bit shortened and just bunched up. And then on my left, from stretching around and turning my chest forward to open up in my front pose especially, it's elongated and a little bit more flexible. So on this side, my right side, I usually get a couple back cracks out of this one, but oh, there it is. Okay. So I want to keep both of my shoulders on the ground and just push my knee. That'll stretch your glutes. This will be good for your back. Oh. Same thing on the other side. So that's how I stretch and open up a little bit in the mornings. Yeah, wow, I need to shower. But I feel really good just starting my day with my cardio, with my little morning stretching routine, just opening up, breathing alone and just having a few moments to myself in this room kind of helps me collect myself, get ready for my day, prepare myself for, my agenda. And it's nice to be go all the time, to be busy. I love being busy, but I also need to prioritize that time for myself to just recharge my battery. And if you're someone who gets overwhelmed easily or anxious, as do I, I'm a very goal task-oriented person. I like to make myself big to-do list for the day. And, while it feels good to check all those boxes off, it can be overwhelming at times. So if I'm working, I will find that if I don't take a break or a moment to myself, I will start to not be as productive in my work. So having moments where I can take a break, go walk outside with the dogs, come in here and stretch a little bit, do a little flow routine in here, just kind of breathe, relax, step away from the go, and just have a moment to myself to collect my thoughts, kind of recharge my battery, like I said, and then go back and be productive. That's just what I've found has worked best for me. And starting my day off with this regimen has been doing me really well so far, and I really enjoy it. So I definitely suggest having some kind of morning routine, whether it's, within making your bed and skincare and stuff, which I do as well, but or it's stretching, or it's going for a walk outside, or it's getting your cardio done, and then doing certain things around the house that just set you up for a good, productive day. I will wake up, journal a little bit, write out some to-do items for the day while I drink my pre-cardio drink, while I drink my burn, and then I'll get into my cardio, do my stretching, do my vacuums, and have the morning to myself where I'm not worried about posting or browsing social media. I'm just listening to music, listening to podcasts, listening to YouTube videos, just kind of, letting my frequency adjust, setting the tone for the day, recharging my battery, and putting my best foot forward to start the day on the right foot. So definitely suggest a morning routine. There was a point where I was getting up at 5 a.m., reading for 30 minutes, and then getting ready and doing my cardio at 6. I've been sleeping in a little bit later just because you can only train as hard as you recover. And I've been really needing that sleep the past month, 2-3 weeks, not month, 2-3 weeks. I've not been getting as long of a duration of sleep, and I've just been really feeling it and wearing it. And my body will respond even just visibly to the eye to stress. So sleep is going to be my best friend there, an Epsom salt bath at night, things like that. Just all the self-care things, doing things for you, starting your day, finishing your day on the right foot, and just taking care of yourself, your soul, your mind, letting it cleanse and flow. And maybe I sound like a little bit of a hippie right now, and maybe I am, but that's for me to know and you to assume. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shower, put some clothes on, get myself together, feed dogs, eat my breakfast, and start my day. All right, so for breakfast, meal number 1, I've got some blueberries. I have chicken breast with some spinach, peppers, and some nar, just kimchi, cabbage, some jalapenos on top. It's good for your digestion. Just some fermented veggies. And then I've got 2 English muffins and a little bit of sugar-free grape jelly. Meal 1, I'm very excited to eat this. These are the cinnamon bun Thomas English muffins, and oh my gosh, your house will smell like a bakery when you put them in the toaster. It smells like a Cinnabon. They're so, so good, so delicious. Alrighty, so I did do a Q&A a little while ago. I just wanted to answer some questions for you guys on the YouTube. So another common question that I get are tips for glute growth. First of all, I think if you need to grow your glutes, you cannot be competing back to back all year long. You need to take an appropriate amount of time off, allow your body to reach a place of homeostasis and balance within building a strong baseline of calories that is going to allow for that nutritional accrual, and also training heavy, training intensely, sticking to the compounds, the basic compounds. You don't need to do fancy stair kickbacks or banded things, and all that fluff has not been what has helped me become successful. It might work for other people because while one size doesn't fit all, I do really think that the compound movements, the isolation exercises that I do use and do incorporate, the style in which I train, the effort, intensity, and the execution of my lifts being in a shorter rep range, allowing for more intensity to be driven and powered through the actual lift itself, is going to allow you and has allowed me for maximum results in the gym. If I'm going and training with, like 4 sets of 20 to 30 reps, I am really limiting my potential into, how much I can output during those top sets. I do a few warm-up exercises in the shorter rep range, and then I will move on to my top sets. And in those top sets, if I spend all my time warming up with all these reps and a ton of volume, I'm going to be fatigued come time for my working sets. So you want to warm up, but also at the same time, make sure you're not overexerting yourself in your warm up so that when it comes to your top sets, you can perform the maximum output and you're not fried because of the high volume and the high reps you did for your for your warm up sets. And that kind of addresses another question, explaining top sets and working sets. So that's kind of like a little 2-in-1 there. But when it comes to glute growth, essentially just stick to the basics and train heavy. Make sure that you are also, this is a huge one, make sure that you are also taking enough time off of training your legs, training your glutes, training your hamstrings, quads, whatever area you need to grow. Make sure you take enough time off, because a lot of people have this misconception that the more they want to grow a certain body part, the more frequently they feel that they need to train that body part. And that's not always the case, because if I'm training legs 3-4 days a week, I am not going to be recovered enough in time to give my max effort to the following session. So you can only train as hard as you can recover, and being able to train legs twice a week, once a week, is going to allow me to hit it hard, go all out on that one session, much more all out than I would have if I was hitting it 3-4 days a week. And that way I will have enough time in between those leg sessions, those glute focus sessions, to recover and come back fresh for next time. If you're not coming back fresh, you're not going to be able to perform to your maximum potential, and you're really limiting yourself in the gym and limiting the effort and intensity that you can execute with. So I wanted to answer that one off the bat, just get it done and over with, because I always get asked, explaining top sets, explaining working sets, explaining how I train my glutes and how I keep them full and how to gain glute size, things like that. A lot of people are interested in the glutes and the training. So I am more than happy to answer those questions. And I really, really enjoy teaching other people about that, because, it's interesting to see all these people new to the sport, especially new in their fitness journeys. They don't know, and they hear all these things because they have a bunch of birds chirping in their ear, whether it be Instagram or their coach or someone from their gym. And, they look up to all these people, which is great that we're all such good examples, but we're different examples, right? So I just want to be a resource of the knowledge and the experience that I wish I had when I was first starting out. And I'm telling you that this style of training for me, that this execution, this performance, this recovery regimen, my training split, this has worked better for me in the last year than my training ever has beforehand. And I've been competing since 2017, and I've never noticed such tremendous results. And really just maximized on my lifts and I never really had the knowledge that I had now, being the people that I'm around and the experience I do have now after making mistakes and growing and learning through them. You know, you think you know what works for you until you unlock the next door and then your eyes open to the new things, the different methods. You've got to be open. You've got to be coachable. You've got to be willing to try new things. And if you're someone who's comfortable doing high volume, high reps, low intensity, just a lot of volume, maybe that training intensely and working until failure is a new concept for you, and it's a little nerve-wracking, it's a little uncomfortable, but that could be what allows you to evolve. That could be what allows you to grow and change and improve. And it also helps us, that style of training also helps me keep my muscle on during prep. When it comes time for me to diet, I do not regress in the gym in terms of changing my training execution. I still let execution remain the same. I'm not going to say, oh, well, because I'm dieting and my calories are lower, I'm going to move to higher reps now. I'm not going to push myself as hard for that 10 to 12, 10 to 15 rep count range. I'm not going to push as hard for the intensity. No, you want to keep that intensity up. That's how you continue to shapeshift, how you continue to make progress within your physique throughout your contest prep. And not to say you're going to be gaining pounds of muscle still, but you will continue to shapeshift throughout your prep if you are still pushing intensity, not just going in there, getting a pump and leaving. We want to make sure that we are giving all of our energy to the right things and doing this smart. And I've just found that in the past, when I would train with a more high volume, high rep style, not as intensely, I would get kind of stringy and just look a little skinny by the time I was complete with my contest prep, by the time show day came around. And now having the knowledge of the execution and the training styles that I perform now and seeing how that's carried my physique throughout my preps, I can show up fresh. I can show up with that 3D look. I can show up with the bubbly muscle. And that look is, obviously preferred. And it's what I enjoy. I enjoy training hard. I don't train because I love to compete. I compete because I love to train. Training is my first love. And it's what I enjoy doing. It's my glue. It's my bread and butter. It's my peanut butter jelly, whatever. But yeah, I don't train because I like to compete. I compete because I like to train. And training is my home. It's my everything. And being able to push myself and, make those changes, see the reward in my physique progressing. It's just extremely fulfilling. And that was a really long tangent, but basically addressing glute growth, addressing working sets and warm-up sets, and addressing rest and recovery and what it takes to develop and grow muscle and keep it on throughout your prep. So I'm going to get back to my breakfast. It's looking at me, waiting for me to dive in, but I'll answer some more questions a bit later on. Another real quick and exciting announcement. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have probably seen my post that I have recently partnered with Free Spirit Outlet to give you guys a little discount on some super cute, comfortable, and affordable clothing, whether it's athleisure or you're going to the gym, just hanging out in casual athletic wear. I'm honestly kind of surprised at the quality of the material, this brand, and the clothes, the way they fit me. I ordered a few different sizes and a few different things. I posted some of the clothes that I got on Instagram. Today, I am wearing the Rebellion joggers in a size small. I absolutely love this color. They're super soft, super buttery. They compare a lot to the Align joggers. I would say they have a little bit more of support here, being that they have the drawstring, but overall they're very comfortable. I love the color. Like I said, they're cuffed at the bottom like a regular jogger, but these are super lightweight, which I was kind of nervous about being down here in Florida and wearing joggers on a regular basis, but these are not thick whatsoever. They are very lightweight, very comfortable, and again, these are a size small, and I absolutely love them, and I'm definitely going to wear them for my workout today. And you guys can use my code, it's just my name, Nadia at checkout for a discount. I will put the link in the description box below, and the link is also on my Instagram. But if you have questions about sizing, I got a few different styles, and I ordered a different size in one of the bras compared to another bra. So if you need suggestions on sizing on the certain style, just message me and let me know. I would be more than happy to help. But yeah, I'm super excited to be with this company, and I love what they stand for. And I had a long conversation with Miranda before I made this decision. She is one of the athlete coordinators, and she was so sweet and super helpful. And I just love the purpose and mission behind the brand, and I am so happy to be a part of it. So again, these are the Rebellion joggers. I am a size small. I did order a size small in all of the other bottoms, the legging shorts that I got as well. It's just the tops that I vary in size a little bit. All right, got a delivery of Trifecta in the mail just now. I normally will get an order every 2-3 weeks or so, but I accidentally forgot to modify my subscription to hold off on the next order. So I got one last weekend and I got another one this weekend, but I actually needed to go to the grocery store, so I'm glad this came. I will show you what I've got. All right, first up we have some bison patties. Then we have just an order of shrimp. I like to either put this in the air fryer or just saute it with the seasoning that I like to use. Zucchini, this I will definitely throw in the air fryer with garlic, salt, and pepper. Definitely my go-to. And then these are just regular beef patties. I get them as a promotion for recommending these to a friend, which is super cool. I do prefer the bison though, just because it's leaner. I will give the regular patties, as they're not as lean, to someone who I know will eat that. And then the rest of it is just shredded chicken. I will make the shredded chicken myself usually in the Instapot. I just leave it on overnight, but this is obviously super convenient and already done for me, and one less big appliance to wash. So that is my order from Trifecta. It's not a very big order at all. It just gets me through about like midweek. Just all my staples. They do also do, in addition to the food sources in bulk, they do meals as well. So if you're a macro person, if you would rather just, instead of having this in bulk, have individual meals ready to go, that's a great option for you as well. But that's the basics of everything I got. The rest of my veggies I usually just cook on my own and prepare myself, but I do like their zucchini. It's all chopped up. I can just throw it in the air fryer for a couple minutes. Actually, to be more specific, 400 degrees for 15 minutes. Just make it nice and crispy with that garlic, salt, and pepper. But yeah, that's my Trifecta order. Okay, it's time for me to wrap this up and finish up the questions that you guys had asked. Let's see, the next one we're going to get into fasted cardio versus not fasted cardio. Okay, so the reason why I like to do fasted cardio in the morning and why I suggest doing fasted cardio in the morning apart from your training sessions is because, first of all, it starts my day off on a really good note, on a really productive note, allows me to get my head right and just get myself ready for the day ahead. It starts my day off on with my best foot forward. And why I like to do it fasted instead of with my training is because I want to, the goal in separating both of those sessions of output is to give more effort to those two sessions aside from each other, apart from each other, with rest, food, recovery time in between. The likelihood of you being able to give more of yourself, to apply more effort, apply more intensity to those two outputs of energy is greater when you've got some rest and recovery and food in you in between those two durations of expenditure, of energy expenditure. It's not that it won't work if you do it fasted or fed or whatever. It's not that one doesn't work. It's just that, I firmly believe that I have been able to experience this where giving more to my fasted cardio in the morning and then giving more to my training later on in the day. I just have noticed that I am more effective in those sessions. And at the end of the day, that's what works best for me. I've noticed that is what works best for a lot of my athletes who will do their cardio in the morning, or even if they have to lift in the morning, they will lift in the morning and do cardio in the evening prior to their 6th meal. Just separating those sessions is, in my opinion, going to allow you to have a more effective output of energy during each of those sessions. Something I enjoy outside of the gym. Let's see, I really enjoy outdoors, and as much as I don't go outdoors, I grew up in South Florida, here in South Florida, and I was always outside as a kid, always surfing, riding horses, just doing outside stuff. With my dad, we would go to some of the state parks on the weekends and canoe, kayak, just spend time outside. And I try now to take regular walks, but aside from that, I also just enjoy being creative. I have always enjoyed drawing and doodling and have always found it very therapeutic. I also enjoy reading and any kind of self-improvement. I don't do a whole lot of social stuff. My social circle is pretty small. Let's see, what's next? What helped you to feel ready to compete throughout your first prep? Just trusting in the work I was doing, trusting in my coach at the time, and just having faith that, as long as I did what I was told to do, that, the result would unfold for itself and that things would turn out as they were meant to. What made you get into bodybuilding? Were you previously an athlete? Yes, I was previously an athlete. I played a lot of sports growing up. What made me get into bodybuilding was finding that there was a competitive outlet when it came to the gym, fitness, training, nutrition, things like that. I have always been a very competitive person, whether it be a team sport or an individual sport that I played. I have always been super competitive. I had started training and going to the gym, and at this time I was transitioning out of horseback riding. I found that there were some people I knew. One close friend specifically was doing a show, and it kind of caught my interest. And so after getting closer with her and seeing her go through it and finding out that there was a next level to my fitness efforts, and I could take it to a competitive level, I was super interested in that. And it honestly taught me so much. I really underestimated how much I would enjoy the process, because in the beginning, we see the suits and the stage and the glam and the shredded, lean physiques, and we want that end goal. But throughout the process really is when I realized that this was something that I truly enjoyed, and this was something that I really, really loved and wanted to continue doing in the future, because of how much I had evolved internally as a person, physically obviously too, but throughout the journey and throughout my first prep, before I got to this stage, I just knew that this was for me. What is the biggest challenge I face with prepping and competing? Honestly, probably, this is a good one. It's hard for me. It's not like cravings or food is an issue for me during prep. Probably, honestly, kind of sitting on the sidelines and as much as I know it's necessary for me, waiting and making sure I'm staying healthy and playing the long game in this sport. I wish I could compete 5-10 times in a year. You see some of these people going back-to-back weekends, and it looks like so much fun, but I'm sure it's exhausting, and I know that my body personally couldn't handle that amount of stress for that duration of time. So that's something challenging, but I also know and accept that, until it is my time, I will clap for whoever's time it is. My ultimate competition goals: win Miss Bikini Olympia. What else? First improvement season recommendations. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, so your improvement season is extremely important, especially if you're coming out of a show. It's very important to stick to the plan, to follow your diet, to communicate with your coach, and to keep on having structure within your routine and to stay goal and task oriented. Just because the prep is over, just because you don't have a contest date in mind, or even if you're starting your improvement season and your contest prep isn't going to be starting till 6 months down the road, 12 months down the road, it's important to keep tangible goals in mind. I think you can set daily goals, you can set weekly goals, you can set monthly goals, and you can set goals for the year. You can set goals within your training. You can set goals for you personally in your personal life, with your job, relationships, your school. And then obviously set goals as in, I want to look or gain this amount of strength. I want to achieve this by this date. Set goals, hold yourself accountable to them. Just because there is no finish line in close range does not mean that, you have nothing to work towards now. I think a lot of people in their improvement season feel lost. And I think that a way to prevent that lost feeling is by focusing on the improvements you can make. You had all this time to get ready, and now is the fun part where you get to eat, you get to train hard, you get to make those improvements that you need to get better and show up a whole new animal next time on stage. So why the heck wouldn't you be excited for that? I've gotten caught up in the post-show blues thing. I know it happens to everybody at some point, but what's helped me the most is just staying goal-oriented, staying performance-focused, focusing on moving forward, not staying stuck in being stage lean. It's not, your reverse diet is not a contest to see how long you can stay stage lean for. It's a time for your body to come back out of the deficit and into a consistent, sturdy, healthy baseline. Let your body kind of adapt back to its normal. And then when it comes to, this is another question, handling off-season weight gain. Bodybuilding is not just for when you're a certain amount of weeks out. It is all year long, and if you want to be successful at this, prep isn't the only part of being a bodybuilder. It's the off season, it's the improvements, it's the eating, it's the training, it's the sleep, the recovery. Everything in between needs to be taken seriously, and your off season and gaining weight is just as much a part of the process as contest prep and losing that weight is. So I know that it's hard to feel confident in your own skin when you don't look a certain way, especially at the standard that we hold ourselves to. I can tell you that in my off season, I feel nowhere near as confident, and I am learning and starting to become more confident in who I am as a person, all throughout my seasons of the year, whether it be contest prep, deep and off season, whatever the case may be. Nothing is forever, and the look in the mirror does not define the person that you are. And for anyone who is judging the person that you are based on your aesthetic look is not taking you for the person that you truly are and the heart that you have and what you have to offer. And that is a reflection on their poor character, and that says nothing about you. That says everything about them. So those people who are judging you or giving you a hard time about gaining weight in your off season, which is doing what's necessary to improve in this sport, those people who are judging you are not there for you. Those are not your people. So don't get caught up in the opinions of the peanut gallery. Stay focused on your goals. If you know that you are consistently hitting your targets, something that I've found with my confidence that helps a ton. When you're consistently hitting your targets, you are relaxed, you feel like you're following your shit, you feel like you are on the plan, you are doing everything you need to be doing. It's not until I think that weight gain associated with falling off the plan and going off track and overeating, when that sort of weight gain starts to happen, we tend to feel guilty about it. So we tend to feel emotional, we feel insecure, we're down on ourselves. So I think that the biggest piece of advice also that I can give is to stay on your plan, follow your stuff, and do your best, and you will be confident in that alone, regardless of how you look or how you might feel in your skin. For me, knowing that I have trust in what I'm doing and my intentions are pure, and the fact that I am doing this to improve and this weight gain is setting me up to go forward, it's setting me up to balance my hormones back out, whatever it is, the purpose behind why you're needing to gain weight, whether it's for muscle development or, like I said, hormonal stuff, know that it's necessary. And if you're confident and trusting in yourself that you're doing everything you can the right way that you should be doing it, then I think that your confidence will really shine. What is your cardio in the off season, and at what intensity, speed, incline, etc.? My cardio in the off season is, about 20 to 30 minutes. I will usually alternate between in the past I would do the recumbent bike or the treadmill. Now that I have my Peloton, I'm hoping I can cruise on that thing for a little bit in my off season. 9 days out from my first show and I don't feel ready. I'm starting to compare myself. Well, starting to compare yourself isn't going to make you more ready. Starting to compare yourself to other people takes you out of your lane. It removes your focus from giving your all to everything in your direction, at your speed, at your pace. This is your journey and nobody else's. And comparing myself to other people, like looking up who's doing the show, searching the hashtags, searching the sponsors, whatever, comparing myself didn't really do anything for me other than distract me. And, whether it comes to looking at, food porn on Instagram or looking at other people doing the show, that's all distracting you from the main objective. The main objective is to show up and bring your best. If you don't feel ready, ask your coach, are you ready? And your coach is just allowing you to get on stage when you're not? Or are you just wearing a pair of prep goggles, as we call them, and you're having a hard time seeing the end product because you're a little flat, you're not eating a lot, you're a little bit tired, maybe you're doing a lot of cardio and just a little stringy looking, and you need to fill out, and once you fill out you'll look better. It's very much a mind game towards the end of your prep, because your body starts to change on a daily basis, but the goal is to be ready the day of your show. The goal isn't to be ready or look perfectly peaked a week out, 2 weeks out. The day of your show is the day that you are getting ready for. It's a very it's a very temporary look, and it's a fleeting look. It's not something you should hold on to. And like I said, communicate with your coach. If it's not the best option to do the first show, maybe there's a few weeks down the road that will give you more time, but do not compare yourself to other people. Doing that is only going to distract you, and it does nothing to help you improve. Stay in your own lane and stay focused on your goals. Alrighty, so those are all the questions that I have from you guys for today's video. Let me know what you guys want to see in the next few. If you guys enjoyed this style of just kind of my morning routine, getting my day started. I know I didn't do a full day of eating. You guys just saw my breakfast, but we can do a full day of eating later. I just wanted to get these questions answered for you guys. And yeah, let me know what else you would like to see. I didn't end up recording my shoulder workout either, because my last video was a shoulder workout, and that's what I trained today. And I had a great pump, had a great lift. I'm really enjoying some of my new exercises in my split, some of the new sequencing, but we'll get into that another time. Like I said, just wanted to answer some questions on here today and get back out there on the YouTube train. So I will see you guys in the next video. If you guys are interested in working with me, you guys can click the link down in the description below to apply, or you guys can reach out to me on Instagram. My Instagram is Nodzilla. I will have that in the description as well. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.